was a pretty exciting day. Our photographer Jason Wynn was nearly hit by a truck while he was at a traffic stop with a trooper. The truck ran off the road onto the shoulder of I-75, fishtailing for dozens of yards.
I had to go off the road to miss him. You're the guy I almost hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. The guy
missing our Wink News photographer by inches.
That's enough to scare you.
This truck also plowed by Corporal Alan Williams while he was making a traffic stop.
That was scary, dude.
It was scary.
Golly. That's so scary.
I didn't mean to try and hit you, I swear.
It's fine.
This happened while the corporal was writing a different driver a ticket for going 24 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, 94.
Then another driver was stopped.
I'm stopping you for 91 and a 70.
Still, vehicles were not changing lanes or slowing down for the lights on the side of the road, so backup was called.
Have you never heard of the move over law?
No.
Because it's been in effect for about 3 or 4 years now.
Drivers were ticketed $159 for not moving over.
We were almost hit about half an hour ago by a vehicle doing the same thing.
Troopers say they're on the lookout for everything during Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of people out trying to have fun, but they do a lot of drinking and they don't always use their heads. I'm stopping you because we got a couple of calls on you all over the road and everything.
But troopers continue to make checks they would do any other day.
As soon as I passed him and slowed down, he put his seatbelt on. When I passed by, I noticed neither one of you had your seatbelts on.
No seatbelts, speeders, even loaded guns in cars, all things troopers will be keeping a close eye on all weekend.
We'll get them all day like this.
Wink News breaking into your regular programming to bring you breaking news from the Caloosahatchee River in downtown Fort Myers, and a boat overturned and the search for people in the water.
Max Tournier live on the scene with the latest details on this breaking news. Max.
That's right, we're right next to the FWC office near the Fort Myers Yacht Basin, and the newest information is this: we have 3 victims on land right now. We also have 3 animals that have been taken out of the water. We understand that officials with FWC and other local law enforcement agencies are still out in the Caloosahatchee River searching for one person that's out in the water. Again, about a half hour ago, we got word that a boat had capsized in the Caloosahatchee River. After that, we heard a lot of scanner traffic, a lot of boats in the water searching for these people. But the latest again right now, 3 people safe on dry land right now, 3 animals safe as well. Guys, we're going to stay with us and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it. We're live at Fort Myers Yacht Basin. Max Tournier, Wink News Now.
Yeah, Chris and Lois, some pretty tense and terrifying moments here this afternoon on Carolina Avenue. As you can see behind me, a couple of Lee County Sheriff's deputies standing by kind of investigating what's going on. All we know at this point is that there was some type of altercation between 2 people and there may have been a stabbing. I can tell you Wink News was first on the scene here. When we got on the scene, somebody was taken away in an ambulance and another person was taken away in a Lee County Sheriff's deputy's car. Now, as you see my cameraman moving here, you can see it happened just feet away from a daycare center. Now, good news is though, nobody inside that daycare center was injured, not even really affected by this. However, we are hearing reports that maybe one of the suspects or some type of incident involving this particular situation is involved in the daycare. Someone may have run behind the daycare and they're roping off this entire area. In fact, we are now standing in the crime scene, so we do have to move in just a few minutes.
For 12-year-old Dennis Ballister, the first day of summer vacation didn't go as planned.
I wasn't expecting anything. I was just expecting a nice slow day.
But then he heard sirens and his quiet day of rest changed.
I came out and there's like 4 cop cars making a barricade in the road.
Wednesday morning, Cape Coral police surrounded this home on Bellado Parkway after getting a call the man inside was firing a gun. Police rushed to the house, roped off the street, and set up a perimeter. An aspiring journalist, that's when Dennis went into action. Grabbing his camera, he took this video of police surrounding the home.
I just got mad. Every time I see something funny or something that's exciting, I try to take a video of it.
Dennis didn't hear any gunfire, neither did his neighbors.
I mean, I actually brought my dogs outside and I saw all these cop cars out here, so I was kind of surprised.
But police say the man, who has yet to be identified, fired shots in his home. Police thought he might have more weapons. No one knows why he shot up his house, but surrounded by police, he surrendered peacefully.
And all of a sudden, he just came out with his arms up.
No one was injured and he's currently in custody. Dennis says the ordeal lasted less than 30 minutes, but leaves a lasting impression on the future journalist.
I wanted to catch the moment.
Heat weighs heavily on Big Red football players.
Drenched in sweat, you take your pads off, your undershirt's drenched.
It's day one of practice, and there's a sense of precaution after teammate Chase Lopez went down on the field last August, suffering from heat stroke right before his teammates' eyes.
And my hands go numb. And after my hands went numb, it was kind of just everything after that goes blank.
And it's every coach's nightmare, you know, on the field. And
head coach Barry Godemiller's emergency action plan immediately went into play, and a guide once only read by staff ended up saving the boy's life.
Immediately stripping as much of his clothing as they could, ice packs under his armpits.
Student aides now stand ready at each and every practice, keeping players hydrated in the heat.
They're getting water every few minutes, not every 15, not every 30, not every hour. They're getting constant water.
As for Chase, he's now fully recovered, and while he no longer plays for the Red Knights, his story still resonates with teammates taking to the field today.
It was really scary, and it just made me hydrate myself more and, take care of my body more.
A community sickened, their neighbor Stephen Forrester preying on little children.
That's very disturbing.
Bob Wheeler lives next door to Forrester. He admits Stephen Forrester is a nice man.
I see him every now and then.
Though he worried about Forrester's past as a convicted sex offender, he served probation back in 1995 for exposing himself to 3 young girls. Now, he's accused of molesting 6 little girls in North Fort Myers. According to this sheriff's report, Forrester would visit the home where the girls were being watched by a babysitter. The sitter did not know about Forrester's past and allowed the children to be around him. The little girls told investigators Forrester would touch them inappropriately and showed them pictures of his private parts, and he did it several times. No one answered the door at Forrester's home on Monday. Neighbor Bob Wheeler struggles with the news.
Well, it surprised me because, I don't know, he acted like I guess things were straightening up.
5:30 Tuesday morning, Santino Peralta called 911.
My dogs are going crazy because they see someone outside my house and I see them run through my yard and try to go in my car.
Operator Jody Thompson said deputies were on the way. 15 minutes later, Bobby Jean Peralta says they came and went, as you can see by this nearby surveillance video.
They didn't get out of their car, they didn't knock, they didn't stop by. All we saw was a spotlight and them cruise on by.
So they called again.
I don't know why the deputies did not go to the house, so, okay, we're going to go ahead and get somebody back out there.
Punta Gorda police were also dispatched, arriving minutes later. A shock to the Peraltas, officers discovered the church next door had been burglarized.
To come and experience that, and there's actually a break-in. There was something happening, and the sheriff department refused to investigate it like they should have.
So I went to Sheriff Bill Cameron to find out what happened.
He and another backup officer spent 30 minutes on scene trying to find, with the information they had, the person that had been seen running through the neighborhood.
Problem is, a glitch in the computer system sent deputies to the wrong address. The Peraltas gave Thompson the correct address, but she never passed it along.
So we have some failures on the part of the person that actually took the call on our part, as not sending all the information to the dispatchers that sent it to the officers.
Sheriff Cameron says he's taking steps to ensure this type of communication breakdown doesn't repeat itself. In Punta Gorda, Haley Hines, Wink News Now.